Welcome to Pro Tool Reviews. I'm Tom.
I'm Josh.
And what we're going to look at today is probably one of my favorite things, and that's comparing two top models from two top brands. We get a lot of requests for tool comparisons between DeWalt and Milwaukee, and today we're going to give you their top model circular saws. These are 7 1/4 circular saws, so your regular framing type saw. And we're going to break these down, we're going to test them out, try to compare them, and give you an answer on what we think is your best option. All right, so for our first test, what we're going to do is cut one of the most commonly cut types of material on a job site, and that's simply just 2x4 material. This happens to be white pine, so it's kind of soft, but at least down here in Florida, this is what we build with a lot. Now, what I'm going to do as far as testing goes, so we can kind of establish a number to see which is faster, I'm going to make a series of cuts. I'm going to make 5 cuts. Josh is going to time me. He's just off camera right here, and he's going to keep track of how fast I do this, and then we'll get back to you with our scores. Now, I like to use a square when I cut with a circular saw, and again, this is somewhat of some technique maybe, but it allows me to keep a straight line and not have to follow so much using the guide here, but I can just use my square as a way to guide the saw. I'm gonna let Josh do a countdown for me.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give you a 3, 2, 1, go. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go. .88 seconds.
All right, so if you notice, I had a little pause in between those because I was trying to have a certain degree of precision with using the square as my guide and also using the guide on the base of the saw. So we got a score?
Yeah, it's 10.88 seconds.
Okay, all right, so that's the number to beat. So same thing, I'm gonna do the same series of cuts using the DeWalt, and I already have some lines pre-marked on here, so we're ready to go. And let's see here, make sure I know how the saw operates, and ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, go. Bit of an improvement there, 8.86.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, all right.
And I was noticing as you were going, I mean, you're really pushing these saws. You're not babying them.
No, I'm kind of really pushing through that material. I'm letting the saw do the work, absolutely, but I'm trying to push them a little bit. A lot of times out on job sites, no one's gentle on these things. I'm just curious, should I try this one more time just to see if we get different results?
Let's go ahead.
We'll start with the Milwaukee this time, and I am ready when you are.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay, a little bit faster. 9.95 seconds, so just about a second faster.
Okay, so getting a better feel for the saw. You know, as you use a tool, you begin to warm up to it, get accustomed to the way it maybe cuts, the trigger feels. If you did catch that quickly on that one, I did leave the lock on, and it took me a microsecond to unlock that in order to activate the saw. So now we're gonna do the same cuts with the DeWalt again.
3, 2, 1, go. Another improvement, 7.78 seconds.
Okay. All right, so we definitely have some difference in times there. They are very close. We'll analyze those a little bit more later. I do have a couple more tests I want to run, and another one of those will be doing bevel cuts. Now, bevel cuts is something that requires a lot more power for the saw to get through because one, we're angling that base at a really steep bevel, and also we're going to use a larger piece of wood, and it's going to be yellow pine, so a little harder material. Let me get set up for that. All right, so we're already set up for this next shot. We're gonna use a piece of 2x10. We're gonna cut this at a miter. And let's go ahead and set our bevel adjustment on here. I'm gonna go ahead and do this at 45. Even though this can go up to 57 degrees, 45 is a common measurement, and there is a D-dent in here that allows you to get to that setting really quickly. Go ahead and lock this in. As you can see, it's real simple to adjust the bevel adjustment on here. The same with my depth adjustment as well. Very simple to manipulate. Actually, we're already max depth anyways, which is what we're going to want to leave this at. And I already have some pre-marked lines on this board so that we can go ahead and do the cuts. I'm just going to make a single cut. I'm going to have Josh time it, and see how we do. And maybe we'll take this a couple tries and just see what we get. I'm gonna start with the Milwaukee.
3, 2, 1, go. 6.82 seconds.
Okay, let's try that one more time. Not gonna lie, that was actually, took a little bit of work, and it felt like the guard had to move out of the way on the bottom. Maybe when I look at the camera footage later, I'll see what's going on. All right, ready?
3, 2, 1, go. 7.41.
7.41. Okay.
So pretty close.
Pretty close. All right. We'll do one more and then we'll maybe take the average.
3, 2, 1, go. All right, fastest yet, 5.26.
I felt that, and I feel like I'm beginning to get a feel for the tool as well. So again, the more you use a tool, the more familiar you'll be with it. I haven't spent a whole ton of time on this tool, but that kind of gives you an idea of what you might be able to expect. Turn this back to its regular position, and we'll swap saws now. So do the same thing on the DeWalt. In order to switch our bevel, we have a lever on the front, allows us to rotate this to our base to whatever angle we're going to do. There is dedents, and we mentioned earlier, this one also will go all the way up to 57 degrees. So we're going to lock that into 45, and our depth is already set at the max depth, and we're ready to go.
3, 2, 1, go. .58, so noticeably faster.
Okay. That is a lot faster. It felt faster. All right, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Pretty consistent, 4.4.
And
all right, last one. 3, 2, 1, go. 3.37.
Yeah, that one was faster yet. Again, getting familiar with the tool, you feel where you can push a little bit harder. But if you notice, I wasn't overworking the tool either. I was allowing it to do its job, which is to cut the wood, and allow the motor not to be bogged down. And yeah, got through that pretty quick. I have one last test to do, and that's where we're going to do some rip cuts in some 3/4 inch tongue and groove subflooring. And the reason we use that is because, one, it's a pretty tough material. It's pretty consistent as well. And we're just going to do it in a 4-foot length, so the width of a board, and just see how fast we can do a rip cut. So for our last test, we're set up and we have our OSB flooring ready to go. 3/4 inch material here. And what we're going to do is just do 2 runs with each saw and get a time on those. So we'll do 1 run, get a time, do another run, get a time. Just to get a feel for, one, how well the base glides over the material, and also just how fast does it cut. And start with the Milwaukee.
All right, you ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. Not bad, 3.75.
Yeah, it glides through pretty quick.
3, 2, 1, go. 3.55, pretty consistent there.
All right, and now next we'll do the DeWalt.
All right, ready?
Ready.
3, 2, 1, go. 3.89.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. 3.56.
All right, let's go ahead and calculate these scores and see where they fall. All right, so that was fun. Now, as far as the numbers go, this kind of tells the story of where these tools land. What do you got, Josh?
It really does. And throughout all the testing, DeWalt pretty much dominated by about a second or a second and a half. Milwaukee fell behind just a little bit, but where it really got interesting was with the rip cut.
Yeah.
So Milwaukee was able to do it in 3.65 seconds, whereas DeWalt was able to do it in 3.73 seconds. So very evenly matched. But Tom, you were talking about the shoe resistance.
Yeah,
Let's talk
so
about that.
one thing that I've noticed as I've used these tools is the DeWalt uses a aluminum base.
Right.
So we have an aluminum base here. It is I guess what we might call a mill finish. So it's sort of it doesn't have any applied finishes to it. It's just bare aluminum. And what I've noticed is that you have a little bit more resistance on the material you're cutting. There's a little friction there. So the difference with Milwaukee is this is a magnesium base, but it also has a coating on it. This coating, I do believe, helps it slide easier across materials, especially on that OSB. And you can see even here, as I push a saw, it pushes without a whole lot of resistance, and the DeWalt doesn't. So I think that's where we get a little bit more speed there. But it is slower on the other cuts.
Yes, it is.
And I didn't point this out earlier, but the included blades, the DeWalt is a thin kerf blade. The Milwaukee, if we rotate this around, is a thick kerf blade. It is marginally thicker. It's not a lot, it's a little bit thicker, not quite 1/8 of an inch. But that extra thickness means that it's removing more material as you're making the cut, which means it's gonna be a little bit slower.
Yeah, that's very true.
Even though this one spins a little faster, this one seems to get through it a little faster, and it might be that thin kerf blade is playing to that advantage a little bit.
Yeah, so overall, we averaged out the numbers. Milwaukee did the cross cut in the 2x4s in 10.42 seconds, while DeWalt was able to do it in 8.32 seconds. And on our bevel cut, Milwaukee did it in 6.5 seconds, where DeWalt was at 4.12. So again, still pretty close, but I think given the differences in speed in our tests, I honestly have to say DeWalt is my winner.
Yeah, and I'm in agreement with that as well. After using the tools, the Milwaukee's a great tool.
Yep, absolutely.
Neither tool's a slouch, but as far as ease of use, the weight of the tool, the size of the tool, and just getting through material quicker, the DeWalt is a solid winner, and also price point as well. When we look at the pricing, bare tool cost, same. It's $249.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter which way you go, same price. But when we get to the kits, that's where we really see differences. Get an 8 amp hour here, 12 amp hour here. This is $349 for the DeWalt with a kit, which is one battery charger and the tool in the bag. The Milwaukee is $449.
Yep.
So $100 more than this guy as a kit form, but you're getting this monster battery.
That's true.
So if you have some other heavy duty tools that you need to power, this is gonna be a good solution for you. The other thing is too is Milwaukee might win on warranty. You get a 5-year warranty here versus a 3-year warranty here. But if I had to declare a winner today, which we will, it's the DeWalt. So I know I'm gonna get some comments about this because people have a lot of opinion about these tools, and that's what's gonna be fun. Leave us a comment below. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you think about our testing and what we did today, which tools you think are the winners, or what other brands you'd like us to test against these. Leave us a comment. Also, if you have not subscribed, do that so you don't miss out on these reviews and 1 versus 1, just to see what we're doing. And as always, thanks for watching.